You've heard of the saying, don't pick it, it'll only spread.
Yes.
Right? The meaning of the simile is of an infectious wound,
Mm.
meaning that if you keep interfering with a bad situation, it'll only get worse.
Yeah.
And it seems like it fell on deaf ears when it comes to politicians, and even more so, German politicians. Germany has had this year the highest number of businesses going bankrupt for 21 years.
Mm.
Almost 5,000 of them have disappeared or filed for bankruptcy in the period April to June 2026 alone.
Mm.
The Halley Institute for Economic Research said that this number is up 9% over the trimester before and the highest since 2005.
Mm.
The report published last Thursday, because we do some podcasts on the Thursday,
Yeah.
and I get these after we've done the podcast, so I've
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
keep it to the next
Yeah.
opportunity. They said that the increase was across the board from building, housing, hospitality, and services, and has affected 45,000 jobs, or in other words, wiped them off the boards.
Mm.
Only in June alone, 1,702 companies hit the skids. Stefan Muller of the Hall Institute said the situation remains challenging.
Mm.
Insolvencies are affecting the economy broadly. Many industries and regions are being hit simultaneously. We expect things to get worse in the second semester. Germany is the EU's largest economy and has been suffering because of high energy costs since they embargoed Russian gas. And now that oil has taken a price hike because of the conflict in Iran,
Mm.
it's crippling the rest of what is standing on the German economy. Now, one would have thought the government would step in and help out a little bit by reducing taxes and levies on imported fuel. Aber nicht so viel, not
Mm.
so much. Germany's Ministry of Economic Affairs will increase the taxes and levies on businesses in Germany to replenish national stocks. So they're going to charge businesses even more. This levy would cost industry millions of euros, reported Bloomberg. BASF, the company
Mm.
BASF, Bosch, and VW will be closing plants, threatening 100,000 jobs. Making industry pay for increased security supply is not a good idea, said German Industrial Association Director Wolfgang Entrup. Strange name for a German, Wolfgang. There you are.
Well.
He said that to Bloomberg. In other news, Germany seems to be able to find $103 million to buy 50,000 attack drones for Ukraine. And socially, foreign nationals who make up 15% of the German population are 53% suspected of gang rapes in that country. Just passing on, not me saying it.
Yeah.
It's Welt.de it's a website in
Yeah.
Germany
Yeah.
that put these numbers out there. And the British government is wanting to return to the EU. Talk about going returning to the belly of the beast.
Well, yes. Okay. Well, okay. Well, you just summed it up there. The British government wished to, not the British people. Yeah. But that's,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Whatever you, how many, yeah, the people say if there was a vote today, well, how many referendums do you have? And then you say, well, the younger people should be voting. It's their future. But yeah, okay. Let's let's put that aside. But yeah. Um, okay. When it comes to businesses, okay, businesses fail all the time in good times and bad times. Yeah,
Of course.
I mean, various different factors and variables there. How good is the person running the business? Do they have an understanding of what business is, the cash flow, etc., etc., etc.? Have they overreached themselves?
Yes, of
Um,
course.
and yeah, I mean, business is probably 20% 20% knowledge and 100% luck. I know that's not good, yeah, good percentages. I'm just joking a bit there, but yeah, and yeah, you've got to understand things. But yes, but if you've got, yeah, it's very strange with governments right across Europe at the moment, with the exception of a few that are not particularly what I would call business friendly. Um, yeah,
Right.
and this is it. If you're, I say business friendly, not obsessed with business. If you're business friendly, you don't let businesses get away with absolutely everything. Yeah, they've got to pay their way in taxes, etc. But while you've got a business that's employing people, you are taking that off the public burden, as it were. And this is the trouble with politicians. It's not their money; it's our money.
Yeah. Well, coming back to the businesses,
Yeah,
right? Yes, everything you say about you've got a good CEO, bad CEO, all that I take into account. All of that
yeah,
I agree. But when a business or when business in general across the board
yeah,
are all complaining about the same thing,
yeah.
the cost of energy, the last thing that a government should be thinking of doing, unless they want to destroy the very businesses that are propping up their economy,
Yeah,
is to charge them even more for the energy
this is it. Yeah.
that they're currently using. I mean, that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the problem. Politicians as a whole, and I'm going to say politicians and extend it to civil servants, or whatever they call them in Germany or wherever else,
Yeah.
the administration, are not normally competent business people. Um, they don't have the understanding of even, we know they don't really understand what you and I would consider quite basic economics.
Or,
Um,
or they've got an ulterior motive.
I was going to get to that. I'm giving the people, yeah, either people are incompetent or they have an agenda,
Yeah.
and if they're looking to totally destroy businesses across Europe, okay, let's focus on Germany. In Germany, to do some kind of ground zero reshaping to build back what they call build back better or whatever it is, whatever the general term is now, rebuilding. Um, they're in for a very big shock on that one because it won't work. Um, they'll find that they don't have a platform to build on. Um, these people are, I'm going to put it this way, they're not political elites, they're know-alls. Yeah. They don't listen. They don't listen to anyone. They've got an ideology. It's a pathetic ideology. Um, when you're when you're trying to govern people through this, through fear or through other things, it's a very short-lived way of doing things. Um, also, their attention is not where it should be. What do really? I think democracy died about 25 years ago in Europe. When I say democracy, I mean, as in your vote counts a lot.
Uh, right. So I sent you that
Yeah,
video of my
yeah,
mate Survival Lily,
yeah,
and she was saying that the a most recent vote in the EU,
mm,
the EU,
yeah,
political EU, the majority of MEPs voted against,
mm,
but the motion passed.
yes, because
And
it's
that
yeah,
yeah, right. So I mean, where's the democracy in that?
well,
Because they're doing the dirty tricks to get something
mm,
that only the minority, uh, the socialist side
mm,
of things, because it isn't a democracy, it's a socialist regime.
yes,
I mean, I've never seen Survival Lily go through so many things.
mm,
She almost got my respect when she said that she had drove a 17-year-old car,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
An Audi, but she said it was an Audi, so And she
well,
said she's wanting to buy a newer second-hand car, but she can't afford it because
mm,
they're about 10 to 12,000 euros.
mm,
And my heart bled for her because if I try to do the same thing here in Brazil,
Yeah. Yeah.
in relation to salaries,
Mm.
here a new car can cost
Mm.
the same as an apartment, to give you an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
across there it isn't. You just pay for it over 4 years.
yes. Yeah. I mean, okay, we've got a slightly different business model here, or social business, or economic social structure, whether designed or
Yep.
just managed to develop over many years that suits, funny enough, suits the socialists or suits the left wing more than it does the right wing. But that's that's a podcast for another day, maybe. But it is a yeah, we're seeing the same thing in the UK as well, with this deliberate
Yes, we are.
overtaxing, well, extreme taxing of
Yeah. Wait for
uh,
Burnham to get in.
yeah, of the general population, and more worryingly, and I say more worryingly because I mean this, and of corporations, corporation tax. As someone who has been a business owner, be it an independent individual one, the 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 corporation tax is the killer.
Yep.
Um, and that, to be quite honest, yes, I can lower. Yeah, okay. If you do good tax planning, you can actually reduce your own individual tax burden. There's no way of really, unless you really do have some clever accountants and everything else, of reducing your corporate tax burden if you're registered in the UK. There's no way around it.
Mm.
Um, I'm not talking tax avoidance here. That's yeah. I'm talking, yeah, being sensible how much money you pay tax. And as I've said before, I don't believe in paying the governments more tax than I think hopefully they deserve, because they're wasting. But that's another debate. But yeah, I wouldn't encourage anyone not to pay their taxes, because you have to, because that's what keeps an economy going on the country going on a day-to-day basis. But um, it is a yeah. The trouble is the politicians don't understand this, or they don't care, or a mixture of the both. Or there might be any, as you said, in what happened with the European Parliament, and I'm just going to use that as an example, because individual countries can still decide to do something with their economies and probably tell the European Union to go and do one.
Can they?
Uh, well, I'd hope
Can
so.
they?
I hope so. I mean, I'm all for nation states.
Hoping so is not. You got places like Hungary
Yeah,
who are saying, you know what, we don't want to do this, we don't want to
yeah,
do that, and then
yeah.
the what does the EU do? It stops them getting grants.
In which case, goodbye.
In which case Hungary is going to suffer for
Yeah,
taking a stand against going against the grain.
yeah, yeah. It's it is a mind you, if you get enough countries who get kicked like that, they'll form their own collaborative thing and be a rival, possibly. Yes, I mean, it, it it's a. I've never trusted the European Union, and I did since I was 14. I'd studied at a school, and I never trusted it then. And and I thought, well, and then I just saw it grew. I mean, remember how the European Union, it started off as a common market, which made a bit of sense, some frameworks for doing some trading and business with each other. Then it became the European Economic Community, or the Economic Community, and the European Community, Economic Community, and now it's become the European Union. So slowly, without us realizing it, or some people did, it's gone from being this, with the nation states more or less just trading with each other,
That
to a
is
centralized federal.
that is if Ursula von der Leyen was born 100 years ago,
Mm.
she would be a very strong competitor with Eva Braun,
Mm.
being Hitler's girlfriend. I tell you, because they're so like-minded. It's the only difference is that she's not trying to gas anybody, and probably because there's no gas around to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because as I see it, it's a very, very socialist tack that the EU is going on.
Oh yeah, we
Very,
are.
very socialist.
Well, remembering that, yeah, the people there, I seem to remember some time ago they had, was it somebody senior there, they had a picture of, or picture or statue of some behind them of is it Lenin or Trotsky? I can't remember now. But yeah, and yeah, it's authoritarian, certainly.
It's
Um,
it's only Germany that's giving Putin a lot of slaver
mm,
about warring with them.
yeah,
It's only Germany doing that. France to a lesser degree, and Stam. Well, you just don't.
well, we
You
can't
just
take it. Yeah, he's
take it with a pinch of salt.
yeah.
But I
I mean,
mean,
his last overseas engagement was to visit the cup final with England, right? England get there, but yeah, um, it is a um,
he's got to get a last trip in, hasn't he? He's got to get his last trip in.
yeah. Well, that just makes me feel sick.
Clinging onto shirts again, clinging onto coattails again.
Look, what he does in his private life is up to him, you know.
No, no,
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Yes.
nobody's
Um,
talking about elevating them. It's just riding on the back, trying to ride on the back of the success of others.
yeah, okay, yes. I'm not going to bite on that one. He might, but I won't. Um, yeah, it is a yeah, it again, this I remember thinking this when I was 14, the trajectory of the European Union, and again, we all know it is always going to be German centric. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment that all the yeah every well we know that the not every MEP is a socialist, certainly. And
Well,
this is
these days it doesn't matter.
no,
If
that's it.
what Survival Lily is saying is the truth,
Yeah,
it
well,
doesn't matter.
I mean, when you got those that were on holiday and those
Yep.
that abstained, as counts as a
They
yes vote.
didn't abstain. They were on
Mm,
holiday. They were
yeah,
absent.
yeah. Um,
Mm.
then yes, that you can time anything you want to go through. Mind you, I do question the amount of expenses and pay they're on. Yeah, and today's technology, surely they could vote remotely as well. But
Um,
I don't know what their policies are or anything else. But yeah, it is a frightening prospect for the people of Europe. Yeah, this was over the communications that if you write that a company, if you write something on WhatsApp, I believe, well, certainly on Facebook or any other messages for Instagram or anything else, um, it can be submitted as evidence. Yeah, which means you could even just criticize Van der Leyen.
well, I mean that means that all your private messages are being monitored.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And excuse me, but not excuse me, but uh, yeah, that is a socialist state and a dictate or any dictator state.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you're right.
I don't use the fascist word or the social or the communist word. It's a dictatorial state.
Yep.
Period. And I
Yep.
don't care which side it's on.
Mm.
When I'm looking at the UK, this communications bill wasn't started that's just gone through and causing a few problems about the what was it the Online Protection Act and all that wasn't started by the present administration. It was started by the Conservative administration, the UK. Um, I'm going to be quite honest here. I thought about this yesterday because I was reading something. Funny enough, I was reading something about Machiavelli, um,
Mhm.
who actually anyone that wants to know what's going on now, go back and read some Machiavelli, and it's quite frightening. And he wasn't he's misunderstood. What he said is misunderstood. He is actually exposing how elites administrations work, not advising them. Yeah, a little bit like George Orwell, like that. Yeah, he wrote the survival guide, but also the warning. Um, and these people are behaving exactly like this. Now, this absolute control is always going to be doomed to fail because us as humans will take so much, and they've been trying to see how far they can push us for some time. Be it, in my opinion, be it with medical emergencies. be it with control movement of people, to seeing how far they can push us. They can also monetarily, taxes and the potential of actually preventing us accessing our own money if we're not good girls and boys. Happened in Canada, don't forget, the truck drivers. Canada now has some very, very strict online rules as well, that if you try to do a news item in Canada, you get a warning
Right.
flashed up.
You sent me that yesterday,
Yeah.
and I think that might be more to do with authoring rights. What you and I do
Mm.
on this podcast is I'd get a news article and
Yeah.
I'd read it, understand it, and put it in my own words.
Yes.
It's only what the newspapers do with somebody like Reuters or
Yeah.
Associated Press or
Yeah.
Agence France Presse,
Yeah.
that these news agencies send out the information that
Yeah.
the newspapers pay them for the information. Then
Mm.
the
Yeah.
newspapers would understand it, put it in their own words, put it on their own slant,
Yeah.
and it becomes something that is original,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Isn't it? Yeah.
But if you try and send a snippet,
Mm.
you've copied a snippet out of a newspaper and try to send it and to forward it.
Yeah.
That there is a more of an authoring rights sort of thing than
Yeah.
anything else.
I mean, yes, there are rules, and providing you can do it sometimes, providing you attribute it to someone. It's like, it's like I used in one of our past videos a Google Map image, but I left on there the fact it was a Google Map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like today. I mean,
Yeah.
my sources. There was the
Yeah.
Velt.de
Yeah.
website and
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
another
yeah. I mean,
place that
fair
I
enough. Yeah.
mentioned.
You use established outlets
Mm.
who hopefully are reporting as they see things or as they receive. But but we are still an opinion. We are still an opinion channel, and that's what we always claim to be. And we access the news. We try and critically think it through and go elsewhere. But yeah, getting back to your original thing on this, yes, businesses are suffering the pinch, not just in Germany, across Europe as well.
Yes, they are.
It would be interesting to know what the French statistics are, the Italian statistics are, which might be a bit different. The Spanish
Well,
are.
I think the reason why the German got the headline is because, like you said, the German economy is the powerhouse of the EU,
Yeah.
and Germany is going bankrupt. Sir. It's going bankrupt.
Mm.
When Germany goes bankrupt, they're going to have to invent a war. They're going to have to. They've got
Yeah.
no choice.
Yeah, which again, funny enough, is mentioned by Machiavelli at some point. Well,
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, very chilling times, very chilling, worrying times. We'll see what transpires. Good luck, Europe.